Mikal, do you know they're giving away video games for free?
Really? Maybe Epic Games?
Let's fucking do this!
Tormentor X Punisher.
Hello Caleb and everybody.
Hi Mikal, hi everyone, thanks for joining us and listening to our lovely voices.
Thank you, and welcome back to another free games from Epic. And I sometimes say that some of the games that are free from Epic are not suitable for the people, for the gamers who likes shooters only. And this is your lucky day, because we have a shooter-only game that is very brutal in its visual. It's very pixelated.
It's very brutal in its everything, yeah.
Yeah, the sound, the pace, everything is very
the language, the characters, the demons, the story. If there is a story, it's just brutal. That's all.
So if you like, if you don't like action games, shooters like this, you can turn off this video and go to play. I don't know, whatever.
Kingdom
Adventure.
Come Deliverance.
Yeah.
Or watch our other video from the other free game for this week that is very different from this one.
But if you are not sure, or if you like this type of game, stay tuned, because this game is it's kind of unique, because you entering an arena, it's a top-down view gameplay, and the gameplay mechanics are very simple, because you control the movement and the aim of the gun. And you have only two types of guns, and the second is shotgun, and while like shooting from the shotgun, it actually reloads the first gun.
Which
It
is
makes sense.
so awesome and brutal, right?
Yes. But the enemies, there's so many and they're so fast, you cannot pause this game, so everything is really fast and really brutal in the gameplay too.
The whole goal seems to be to just make your heart beat faster, and then to make you scream at the computer when you're killed, because one hit at any point will kill you.
Yes.
To be fair, all of the enemies, even the bosses, die with one hit also, but there is a lot more of them than of you.
And even though the arena is always the same size, it is randomly generated in the environment and the look and at the enemies and the bosses. There are like several type of bosses, but they randomly respawn. But you need to stay alive in this game, and this game is only about that, and this is not two-player game, this is a solo game, but you can compete with others by the high score, because the longer you stay alive, the more you shoot the enemies, the more high score you will have.
I think that's the goal that most players will be motivated by, is not to try to get to the end of the game, but to survive long enough to have your high score, or the high score, the top score for the game, actually, which the publishers keep track of. So that explains the game. It is a twin stick shooter, top down, extremely intense, extremely violent,
Extremely pixelated too.
extremely pixelated. So the question is, should you play it?
Should you? Okay, Caleb.
Well, I might start with this, because reviewing this game made me think of something that I've realized before, that most review channels on YouTube, either the publishers send them the games to review, or the reviewers choose the type of games that they like to play. And so it means that most reviews tend to be positive because they are chosen, which is not the case for our channel.
This is the opposite, because we do free games from Epic, and we don't know what games there will be, so we either will like it or not. But you know, sometimes we see the game and we would never try it, and we actually like it. But sometimes we're right.
That's been the great thing about this experience of creating this channel, because we are kind of forced to play games that we wouldn't, and sometimes we discover a whole new genre.
Sometimes.
But it also means that we review games that we would never, ever choose to touch
Yes.
in our regular lives if it
In
wasn't for
million
this channel.
years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This-
But the question is, should you recommend this game to others? Because
Yeah.
we both play it, so would you
Well,
recommend
this game is a great example of a game that I would never pick up. It is not my type of game in
Okay.
any category. I don't like pixelated games. I don't like
Uh-huh.
very difficult games. I don't like top-down shooters. Everything fills.
So you don't like anything about this game, actually?
Well, that's what you would expect. Now, the thing is,
Yeah.
I was forced to play it, so maybe it would be a surprise.
Okay.
Except that it was not.
Okay. You totally hate this game.
I do. Now, I can see why some people like it, and I would say anyone who looks at the gameplay and thinks that it looks interesting, it could be a game for you. Now, the one thing to remember is that it is extremely vulgar. The language is basically, the main character basically just screams obscenities the entire time. This turned me off also, I have to admit. But for people who aren't attracted to the gameplay, I would say this is not worth your time. And for the vast majority of video game players, this is kind of a niche genre, and I don't recommend that anyone play it. There are other things to spend your time on. So, no,
Definitely.
you should not play this game.
Okay.
Michael, what about you?
My turn. Okay. I have to admit that this game that it has succeeded in my heart beat so fast. Like I could feel like the adrenaline because like this is a non-stop action. Everything can kill you, and it gets messy. And because it gets messy, I was frustrated because
Yeah.
I was dead, but I don't know why.
Right.
Because anything can kill you. But what I really don't like about this game is the sound and music, because this is like, I guess, like if you like really heavy metal or other even harder genres of music like death metal, you might like this game because of that. But I am not that person.
Right.
So unfortunately, I have to say no. But on the other hand, yes, it is very simple. It is easy to play actually, and the more time you die or more time you play it, you will find more ways like how you can play this game. There's an upgrade.
And you get
and-
upgrades, yeah, that make
Yes.
your character more
Yeah,
powerful
yeah.
and able to kill more demons. Yeah,
Yeah.
it has some depth. I'm not saying it's a simple game.
Because the game is randomly generated, I can see like how this game can be fun for some people. But no, this is not a game for
Yeah.
me. And I would not even recommend it to other ones, except what we said, like, you might like it, but I think a very small percentage of people will like this
Yeah.
game.
Agreed. There are so many other things to play. There are so many free
Yeah.
games out there right now.
This actually feels like a free game. I
Right,
definitely
yes.
wouldn't recommend it to buy it.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
I absolutely agree. But you listening, maybe you don't agree. Every
Possible.
opinion is valid. Games are subjective. Please tell us what you think of this game. Are you going to give it a try? Let us know any of your thoughts in the comments.
And if you are not subscribed yet, you should definitely consider that and hit the bell button, because we do all about free games from Epic.
And
And
this is
if you-
definitely not the last free game that's coming from Epic, and we will
Yeah.
review and play all of them, even if they are not our thing at all, to save you time.
And also don't forget to look at the low budget gaming, which is our friend. Even more games coming from him.
Thank you all for joining. We will see
Thank
you in the next
you.
video.
See you, bye.
Bye.